Well, welcome everybody. My name is Don Garish. I work for Eaton Peabody Consulting Group, and I'm here, have been hired by the City Council to assist with the city manager search. And this evening is going to be an opportunity for anyone who wants to talk to me and to them about what they're looking for, what they feel we ought to be looking for in a new city manager. And I've also always asked the public to give me any information on what they think the issues are facing the city of Ellsworth in the next 5 years. A little bit about myself. I'm retired after 38 and a half years in municipal government. I 10 years as manager in Gorham, and I retired in Brunswick after 20 years and have been doing consulting work for the last 6 years and done about 25 manager searches. I've been interim manager in 6 or 8 communities during that time. And, this is what I do now after I had a wonderful career in municipal government. So that's a little bit about me and why we're here. The City Council has decided to have a process where we're going to try to involve the public as much as we can in this, and also employees from the town and citizens. And we started that today. I met with the department heads and gave them an opportunity to tell me what they were looking for a city manager. Also talked to them about what the issues were facing the community. And also on the website, when we put the ad up, there was a email address, and citizens could email me if they couldn't make it tonight to give me some thoughts. And after the meeting tonight, from what I hear tonight, I will put together a synopsis of what I've heard from everybody, and I will send that back to the council and also to the city manager, put on the website so everybody can see what people are thinking. There's no right answers or wrong answers here. It's just trying to get a consensus of what people are saying. So that's the first part of what we're doing. We've already placed an ad in a number of websites for the position. It started last Monday, a week ago today. We have had 5 applications so far for the position. 6, I just got another one tonight, so there's 6. And the deadline for applications is March 27th. And after that, we will be producing and giving to the council a notebook with those candidates that we feel meet the criteria. I suspect we're going to get 35 to 40 candidates. It might be as high as 45. We'll narrow that down and give to the council the top 10, 12 of those, and we will then meet and discuss who they want to interview. There'll probably be 2 sets of interviews. First round, 6 or 8 candidates, depending on the quality and the people that we have. And then there'll be a second round of interviews. The finalists for the position, hopefully there'll be 2, maybe 3, will be public. We'll have invite them to come for second interviews. We will have what I call the public gathering, similar to tonight, where the public can come and meet the candidates, and if they have spouses or children they want to bring them, they'll have an opportunity to do that. And we'll probably do it on 2 separate nights. The final candidates will also get to meet the department heads, get a tour of the community, and give them an opportunity to see what Ellsworth is about. And then after that process, the council will make a decision on who they want to offer the position to. Our goal is to have named a city manager in May, early May, or the May 18th, I think, is our timeline we set. When the manager will start will depend upon that person. They are currently in a position, I think it's going to be at least 30 to 45 days after the person agrees to leave their position. So we're probably looking sometime in June for the manager to actually be here, but it could be sooner. So that's a little bit about the process we use, and a little bit about what the council is thinking. So this is really an opportunity for anybody from the public that wants to talk about what they think the qualities of a new city manager should have. I don't see any real, I see a lot of councilors out there and employees, and I don't see any other citizens, but I've got a couple people here if they want to. It's very informal, and so anybody want to say anything?
I got a question. Did the city go through this process the last time around when Michelle was hired?
I don't think it was quite this,
No, not when Michelle was hired.
No.
well,
Before Michelle, they went through it with, I believe, didn't you, I wasn't on at the time, didn't you hire Maine Municipal Association to help with the same type of search when we hired Mr. Gunty?
Oh, right, okay.
But other than that,
I was thinking Tim King, I forgot about this.
No.
Okay.
It was after Tim. County.
Okay.
All right, everyone has, anyone, you can speak, if not, we don't.
well,
For all ears.
since, I don't want to interrupt anybody.
Take the floor, John.
There's a lot of things I'd like to see in the next city manager. Start with the fact that I've only gone through the process of really choosing two city managers, Mr. Gunty and Ms. Beal. And in both occasions, one of the things that was very important to me was to have somebody in that position who can figuratively put their arms around the city, say, this is my city. And a short learning curve, or a small learning curve, in terms of learning what the city's about, knowing who the people are, knowing where Washington Street is, little things like that. I like to see the person be a person who's outgoing. We recently hired a new chief of police, and one of his things was that he would actually, or he planned to go out and go up and down the streets over the course of weeks and months and introduce himself personally to people who are store owners, operators, or people working in the stores, to go to some of the clubs and organizations around. He wanted to be seen. And that's what I want to see in a city manager, somebody who's out amongst the people. I'll think of something else in a while. If we're still here.
Anybody else?
I nominate John.
The council's going to have an opportunity to go all through this, and you'll be, I think, interesting to see what I heard from the staff. Again, it's just going to be a synopsis of what I heard, but, they're looking for someone that doesn't micromanage, that is honest. I mean, the things that you normally would, a couple people said they want to clone Michelle. I mean, I heard that a couple times, but they also want somebody that can be part of the community, somebody that has a vision for the community. I mean, those are the type of things that you're talking about. I think I heard from staff too. And they want somebody who will get things done. They think this community has started to move in the right direction, and they want to continue that good energy moving forward. So that's just giving you some ideas of what I'm hearing from the staff as I move forward. So. Anybody else? We don't have to stay here. I mean,
Superintendent of schools just walked in. He might have something he'd like to say.
I was invited to be here, I'm happy to be here.
Beyond that.
welcome. Not a big citizen turnout tonight at this,
but 6 councilors, 2 staff, 1 superintendent, 2 press.
Danny,
Yeah, what's all
anything
press?
you want to see, or your...
I did get one, I think I told you, one
inequalities of,
email
he's
from
just
a
taking
citizen.
notes, so feel free.
Audrey Tunney did send me an email. That's the only one I've gotten from citizens. And she was just hoping that the city manager had experience working with the city planning function, because she thinks that's very important, basically. And I'll send that out to all of the Bob. I'll send that to you, you can send it out, so that's the only one I received. But there's still time. If anybody I would leave it up on your website. Anybody has some thoughts to, maybe the newspaper article or somebody watching on TV, if you replay this, has some ideas, some thoughts, that would be, this process will continue for 3 or 4 more weeks till we start narrowing down candidates and everything, so.
I guess I would add, as a new superintendent returning to Ellsworth and starting with a newly reformed school department, one of the things that the school department would look for in a city manager is continued cooperation, support, collaboration. We feel very fortunate to have had that with the city manager and the council since we have restarted, and we look to strengthen that relationship.
It's important. As I used to say, being a manager and the superintendent and I were very good. It comes out of the same pockets, so
Absolutely.
you have to work together and figure it all out, so.
And as the biggest expense for the city, it's very important to work together.
Yeah, it is, that's good.
And kind of following through with what Mr. just said, it was a very interesting process, taking our schools back from the RSU and watching the whole thing unfold with the huge number of people who came to the polls to vote to bring back the schools, and the cooperation that the superintendent refers to has really been, from my perspective, unusual and very much welcome.
Well, the superintendent I worked with was Jim Ash, who probably,
You know him.
so he was the superintendent in Brunswick when I was there, and so we worked very closely together.
Yes, he was a good boy.
Yes, yeah. All right, we don't need to make this last any longer. I thank you for coming out. Again, anybody watching on the cable, if you go on the website, there's an email address for me. If you have any comments, we'll pass it on. Feel free to give me an email. We hope you will. And I think the other important part of this is the end. This is the beginning. At the end, and we have the finalists, there'll be an opportunity to come and meet who the council is thinking they want to hire. It's not going to be a grilling question and answer, but it'll be a social gathering to kind of get a feel for who the candidates will be. So I hope the citizens would partake in that. This is an important decision for your community, and I hope they participate. So thank you all for coming. And,
One afterthought is that having met you and the fact that we've talked about this, I feel pretty good about what I expect will be the quality of the applicants. They wouldn't get here if they didn't have a lot of the right stuff.
well, that's what you hire us for, to make sure you...
That's exactly right.
Right, that we give you what we think are... And it's interesting, there's no perfect candidates. I will tell you now, there is no perfect candidates. And I think what we will give you is people that we think, maybe don't meet all the criteria, but there's something there that we've talked to them or done some research on that may be something that would strike a chord with the community. And I'll repeat myself that I've said this, it's not always the person who has the most education, the most experience, it's the person that fits your community. That's as important as anything. So, all right, thank you all.
Thank you, Don.